Welcome, let's get started. So we'll do a shorter hatha practice today, something that's a little bit more energizing. As always though, please remember to do what feels right for your body, modify something if it doesn't feel okay, skip it entirely if it's something that you'd rather not do. So we'll begin seated. As I mentioned previously, it is good to have something to sit on, whether you have a yoga block, such as this. If you don't have something like that, you can use a towel, a folded towel, and sitting on the towel just to boost your hips a little bit. Or a blanket like this, a Mexican type of blanket or more of a stiff kind of cotton blanket. This can be used as well. So you just fold the blanket or the towel, sit on the front edge of it, and then just tilt your pelvis forward so your back is properly aligned. Feels a whole lot better for your back. Energy can flow, the breath can flow, internal organs are properly aligned. So a good idea to have props like this around for any yoga practice. Whether you use them or not, it's always a good idea to have them there. Alright, so sit on a prop if need be. Sit up tall, close your eyes. And find your breath. So just begin to follow your inhales and your exhales. Allow your breath to flow, but with awareness. And when you start to notice your breath, you start to breathe more deeply. You bring in more oxygen, you bring in more energy, and you give your mind something to focus on. The mindfulness aspect of yoga, really important part of yoga, it's what helps you to quiet the mind. Now begin to equalize the count of your breath to a 4 count. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. The pace of your count is completely up to you. It can be a faster paced or a slower paced count, as long as it feels appropriate and the inhale and the exhale are the same. It's okay to challenge the count a little bit, so to make it a little bit slower, as long as you're not forcing it. Forcing your breath can actually make you feel a little bit anxious or agitated, and that's not the effect that we're looking for here. But challenging yourself in your yoga practice is good. Challenging the breath, helping you to lengthen the exhale, lengthen the inhale. 4 phases to the breath. We have the inhale phase, we have the retention, we have the exhale phase, and then we have the pause after the exhale, or we're holding the breath out briefly. So right now we're just working with the first phase and the third phase, the inhale and the exhale, making them equal. And we'll bring a little more awareness to the second phase, the retention of the inhale, which is a little bit more energizing. On your next round of breath, keep the 4 count inhale and exhale. Hold your inhale for a count of 2. So you're inhaling for 4, holding for 2, exhaling for 4. Continue that for a few cycles, 4, 2, 4. After the exhale is just a natural pause, so no count to the 4th phase. And on your next round of breath, let's make this a 4, 4, 4, so all 3 phases are equal. Inhaling 4, holding 4, exhaling 4, and just a natural pause after the exhale. If that feels like it's enough, you can stay there. If you can go a little further, make it a 4, 6, 4 count. So inhaling 4, holding your breath for 6, and exhaling for 4. If you're able to take this one step further, we'll make the retention an 8 count. Inhaling 4, holding for 8, and exhaling for 4. If that feels feels like it's too long for the retention, scale it back to a 6, a 4, or a 2 count if you need to. With retention, I find it's really helpful to try to relax a little bit as you're holding the breath, rather than squeezing or activating muscles to try to hold the breath in. Just relax. Now that we've been sitting for a little bit, notice how you feel. If you're not using a prop and your back is starting to feel a little bit sore, really good idea to use a prop next time. You'll notice a difference immediately just by boosting the hips and tilting the pelvis forward a little bit. Do one more full cycle of breath. And after your exhale, just allow the counting to go. Return to your natural breath. Take your hands to the floor in front of you. You can open your eyes, take a big breath in. As you exhale, walk your hands forward. Hold here for a moment. Extend the arms. Feel the stretch all the way down to the hips. And then take your hands over to the right. Coming over the right leg, hands are shoulder distance apart. Breathe all the way down the left side of your body. So feel the stretch all the way down to your left hip. Back to center, pause at center. And take your hands over to the right. Keep your hands shoulder distance apart. Breathe all the way, to the left. Breathe all the way down the right side of your body. I mirror teach. Generally I'm pretty good with lefts and rights, but I do mix them up from time to time. Coming back to center, take an inhale. On your exhale, come a little bit further. Release now. So just allow your neck to relax. And slowly coming back up, walk your hands back. Bring your legs up, extend your legs. Give your legs a little shake. And come back to cross leg with the other leg in front, or sit any other way that you like. So the legs can be extended, you can kneel if that feels better. So make sure that you're comfortable when you're sitting. So we'll work with a different type of breath work now, a little more energizing. We'll start off slow, and then if you feel that's best, you can keep it slow, or you can join me and we'll speed it up a little bit into more of a dynamic breathing. If you're doing this in the evening, you may want to just work with the slower technique rather than the dynamic breathing, because it can be quite energizing. So fingertips to your shoulders, palms face up toward the ceiling. As you inhale, press your hands up, look up. Exhale, fingertips back to the shoulders, straighten the gaze. Inhale, press your hands out to the sides. Exhale, fingertips to the shoulders. So keep this pace. Inhale, matching the movement in the breath. Exhale, so it's not a fast movement initially. Inhale, move through the full breath, extend. Exhale, fingertips back to the shoulders. Keep going a few more rounds at this pace. Inhale to press up. Exhale, fingertips to the shoulders. Inhale to the sides. Exhale. 2 more full rounds like that. Inhale. Exhale. Out to the sides, inhale. Exhale, 1 more time all the way through. Inhale, press up. Exhale. Out to the sides, inhale. Exhale. Just give your wrists a shake. Hands to the knees, squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale. On your exhale, let them drop. Pause for a moment, close your eyes, just take a couple of breaths. So you can go back to that slower paced movement, or we'll move it a little bit faster here. So I'll just demonstrate what this looks like first before we begin. So this is the faster dynamic movement. I'll just do a couple of rounds to demonstrate, and then you can join in a moment. This is what it looks like. So it's much faster. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you don't want to go there, that's okay. Just go back to the slow inhale, exhale, movement. So fingertips to the shoulders. Either go back to the slow movement or join me for the dynamic breathing. When you're ready, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hands to the knees, close your eyes, take a couple of breaths. Notice the effects of that dynamic breathing. Helps to energize, clears the mind. But it may not be for everyone, so if that didn't feel right for you, that's okay. You can just go slower next time. Work with a slower paced breath instead. Hands to the floor in front, take an inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands forward. Hands over to the right. Breathe down the left side of your body. And press a little more into your left hand so you get a little more stretch down the left side. You get a different stretch depending on which leg you have in front here, so it's a good idea to do this stretch with each leg in front. And coming back to center. And then going over to the left. Hold here and breathe. Back to center, take an inhale, exhale, come a little bit further, hold. On your exhale, relax a little bit, relax your neck. Walk your hands back and extend your legs. Shake them out. And then come to your hands and knees. So wrists are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Bring your left hand to meet your right hand, and then walk your hands side by side, inch by inch. Back to the right as far as you can go. If you can line your right wrist up with your right knee, go ahead. If not, that's fine. Breathe for a moment here. So when we do this, make sure you don't cross your wrists as you're walking the hands. The hands just go side by side, inch by inch. Coming back to center, so walk your hands side by side back to table pose, holding there. To the other side, right hand to the left. Walk your hands side by side back to the left. Try to line up the left wrist with the left knee if possible. Don't worry if you can't. And slowly back to center, pausing at center. And one more time to each side, left hand to the right hand, walk your hands back. If you had your right wrist lined up with your right knee last time, see if the left wrist can line up with the right knee this time. So if you go just a little bit further. Slowly back to center. Pausing. And then to the other side, right hand to the left. Walk your hands back to the left. Lining up the right knee with the right wrist with the left knee if you can. If not, just see if you can go a little further than you did last time. Back to center. Pausing here, table pose. Take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round your back, come into child's pose. And then coming looking up, look at your knees. So make sure that your knees are lined up with your hips here, so they're not too far apart or not too close together. For most people, that's about a fist distance, maybe 2 fists, but knees in line with the hips. Take your hands down by your feet with your palms facing up. On your next inhale, come up onto your knees. Reach your arms up, come to a little bit of a back bend. You don't need to go very far. Exhale, coming back down. Hands back down by the feet. Inhale, up onto the knees. So you're arching back, not leaning back. Exhale, make sure your head doesn't drop beyond your arms. Inhale, coming up, so keep your head between your arms. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming up onto your knees. Exhale into child's pose. And then from here, inhale, slide your hands forward. So you're into plank with the knees down. Exhale, coming all the way onto your belly. Stay here on the belly. Bring your fingertips in line with your shoulders. Legs together or hip distance if you have back issues. Forehead to the floor. On your inhale, to the nose, the chin, lift your chest, lift your hands if you can, and stay in this low cobra. On your exhale, hands come down, stick your chin out, chin, nose, forehead. Inhale, nose, chin, chest, hands. Exhale, hands down, stick the chin out, chin, nose, forehead. Bring your head and neck to a neutral position. So we'll do alternating low cobra with a single leg lift. So we'll do the right leg, left leg as we do this. So it's not a very high cobra, it's the same height that we just did. Hands will stay down. So on your next inhale, lift up, lift the right leg, so you're not coming very high. Exhale down. Inhale, left leg. Exhale. Inhale, right. Exhale, keep the knees straight. Inhale, left. Extend through the left leg as you lift. Exhale, down. One more each side. Inhale, right. Exhale. Inhale, left. Exhale, down, relax. Take your forehead back to the floor. Inhale to the nose, the chin, the chest. Lift your hands. Take your hands back down. Lift both legs if you can. Hold there and breathe. You can keep the hands down, or you can reach your arms back here if you like. Listen to my cues. Inhale, bring your hands back. Exhale, lower your legs. Stay there, take an inhale. Exhale, coming down, sticking the chin out, chin, nose, forehead. Take your hands under your forehead, relax. Bend your knees, windshield wiper a few times. And take your legs to the mat, hands to the mat, pushing up to your knees on your inhale, child's pose on your exhale. Take your hands back down by your feet. On your next inhale, come up onto your knees, reach your arms up. Exhale, coming down. Hands back by the feet. Inhale, slide your hands forward into modified plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. You can come a little higher this time if you like. Exhale, coming back down. Pushing up to your knees on an inhale. Exhale, child's pose, hands down by your feet. One more time like that. Inhale, up onto your knees. Exhale. Inhale, sliding your hands forward. Exhale, lower down. Cobra on your inhale. Exhale, coming back down. Tuck your toes, inhale, push to your knees. On this exhale, draw the belly in and pull yourself back into down dog. Keep your knees bent for a moment. Push your chest towards your thighs. So a nice deep bend in the knees. Crouching down dog. Fingers are spread. Press your whole hand down. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to straighten your legs. Press the thighs back. Lengthen the spine. It's okay to keep a little bend in the knees if you need to, but try to have a nice straight spine in your down dog. Look forward and slowly make your way to the top of your mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, coming all the way up. Use your legs, press your feet down. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath. We'll go through a nice slow round of classical sun salutations. Inhale, arms in front. You can add a little back bend here if that feels suitable. Exhale, fold. Your inhale, step your right foot back, drop the back knee and hold here. Lift the heart. On your next inhale, lift your back knee, hold your breath. Step your left foot back to plank. Exhale, dropping the knees, the chest, and the chin if you can. Inhale, coming into cobra. Exhale to down dog. Push to your knees and then lift the belly to help support your back, to pull you back. On your next inhale, step your right foot forward, left knee to the mat. You can use your hand if you need to bring the foot forward. We don't lift the leg first into three-leg dog. We use the core strength to step the foot forward without using that momentum. Lift your gaze. Next, inhale, lifting the back knee. Exhale, step forward. Arms in front, coming up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath. So that was half a round of classical sun salutations. We complete the round leading with the left leg. So here we go, left side, inhale. Exhale. Left foot back on the inhale, drop the back knee, hold, lift your heart. Back knee lifts on the inhale, hold your breath, right foot steps back. Exhaling, knees, chest, and chin. Inhaling into cobra. Down dog on your exhale. Breathing for a moment in down dog. Next, inhale, left foot steps forward, right knee to the mat. Right knee lifts on the inhale, exhale, step forward. Arms front, coming up, inhale, lifting the heart, exhale, hands together. Couple of breaths here. And then inhale, take your arms up, exhale to the right. Breathe into the left side. Inhaling, center, lengthen. Exhale to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, release. We'll go through a round of classical sun salutations up to pace now, which means one movement per breath, each phase of the breath. If that's a little bit too fast, that's okay. Just slow it down. Go back to the slower pace that we were doing previously. I'll be waiting in between. We'll pause in between so you'll have time to work through it at a slower pace if you like. Remember that there's no such thing as falling behind. So starting in Tadasana, inhaling, reach up, add a little back bend if you like. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right foot back, let your knee touch the floor, and then left foot goes back, same inhale. Exhale, dropping knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Down dog on your exhale. Right foot forward on the inhale, left knee touches the mat. Left foot forward on your exhale. Inhale, bring your arms up, little back bend if it feels suitable. Exhale, hands to your heart, pause and breathe. It's more important that you're connected to your breath than that you're trying to keep up pace. So speed is not the key to your yoga practice. Working with the breath, moving in a way that feels right for your body. Let's go on to the other side, leading with the left leg. Inhale, exhale. Left foot steps back on the inhale, the knee touches, and then the right foot goes back. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Cobra, inhale. Down dog on your exhale. Left foot forward on the inhale, right knee to the mat. Right foot forward on the exhale. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Pause and breathe. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Hold your left wrist. Exhale, over to the right. Inhaling to center, switching sides. Hold your right wrist. Exhale to the left. Inhale, coming to center. Exhale, release. Pause for a moment in Tadasana. Just loosen the shoulders for a moment. So feet are hip distance apart, maybe shoulder distance apart. Take your feet a little bit wider for this one so you have a little bit more of a strong stance here. So feet shoulder distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, come forward, arms swing up, back and open as much as possible. Inhale, coming up, open up. Exhale. Inhale, coming up, open. Exhale. Again, inhale, come up, open. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, just take your arms straight up. Exhale, let your arms come all the way down. Shoulders lift on the inhale. Let them drop, exhale. Pausing to breathe. Back into hip distance. Bring your right knee up and open it into tree pose. So the height of your knee here is not important. Just make sure you don't have the knee right, or the foot right against the knee. So the height of your foot is not important. You can bring your foot up a little bit higher if you like, if that feels okay for you, but it's not necessary. Bring everything in toward the midline. Press your foot and your leg together. That's going to help give you a little more stability. Hands together at your heart. And if you feel pretty steady, interlace your hands, take your arms up. Press your hands up and press the shoulders down. Turn your knee forward, bring your feet together. Press your hands up on your inhale. As you exhale, take your arms back behind you. Interlace your hands, if you can. Take an inhale, lift your heart, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, come forward to a straight spine. If you can't interlace, hands can just be on your hips here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, keep going forward, leading with the chest. Arms can lift if that feels okay, but they don't have to. You can take your hands to your legs instead, or hold your elbows. If your hands are interlaced, you can squeeze them a little closer together. Slowly release, let your arms come down. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come up halfway. Stay there for your exhale. Come all the way up on your inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a breath. Let's go to tree pose on the other side. So left knee comes up, open to the side. So don't worry about how high your foot is, just make sure it's not right against the knee. Toes can stay on the floor, foot can be a little lower, or you can bring it up higher if that feels suitable for you. Hands together at your heart to start with. Press your hands lightly together and then also press your foot and your leg together. If you feel steady, take your arms up, press your hands up toward the ceiling, relax the shoulders. Turn your knee forward, bring your feet together. Take your hands back up. Inhale. Exhale, reach back. If you're interlacing, the other finger is on top this time. So do what feels natural and then just switch your hands. Take an inhale here, lifting the heart. Exhale, coming forward through a straight spine. Stay there at the halfway. Take an inhale. Exhale, keep going forward. Change the arms if you like. Try to keep your knees straight. Slowly release, let your arms come down. Hands to the hips, inhaling halfway. Stay there for your exhale. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a couple of breaths. When we pause to breathe here, just take the opportunity to notice. Notice your breath, notice how your body feels. Notice the effects of your yoga practice. Step back a little bit on your mat. Take your feet out mat distance apart, turn your toes out. So we'll come squatting all the way down. If that doesn't feel like that's going to work for you, make your way to your mat and just come and sit cross-legged instead. Otherwise, hands together at your heart, take an inhale. On your exhale, come all the way down if you can. Bring your elbows to the insides of your legs and then lift your heart. If your heels don't come down here, you can also use your props. You can use your blanket under the heels just to give you a little bit of support there. So let's come to a twist. If you're sitting, you can do a seated twist to the right. If you're in this position, left hand goes out to the side, right hand comes to the right leg. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twisting to the right. So you can press your left arm a little bit into your leg to help you get a little further into the twist. Come to center, switching sides. So if you're doing a seated twist, you'll just twist to the left. Otherwise, the right hand goes out, left hand to the left leg. Take an inhale. On your exhale, twisting left. So again, you can press a little bit with your right arm into your leg. Back to center, hands together at your heart. So we'll practice coming to seated without using the hands. It just takes a little bit of practice, but excuse me, don't be afraid to try this transition. Keep your hands together, sit back, extend your legs, inhale, reach up, and then exhale, come forward. It's okay if you fall over backwards, that's how you learn these transitions. Take an inhale here, lift and lengthen, exhale, coming in a little deeper, but with a straight spine, straight legs. So a nice active forward fold. Notice where your gaze is. If you're looking at your knees, lengthen the back of your neck, gazing forward and down rather than at the knees. Imagine here, visualize your breath coming all the way up the backs of your legs, all the way up the length of your spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, you can release into that space. The inhales create space, the exhales allow us to release into that space. Walk your hands up your legs, bend your knees. Wrap around, hold a wrist, pull yourself through your legs. This just helps to relax your back after a forward fold like that. And take your left leg out to the side. Bring your right foot into the left inner thigh. And then turn your upper body to the right. Reach back with your left hand. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide your left hand out, bring your right hand to your lower back, roll the shoulder and the elbow back, so you're opening up the chest, feeling the stretch in the right side of your body. So you can stay here. If you can get a little deeper, the left arm can come to the floor to the inside of the left leg. That's one option. And then if you'd like even more from there, the right arm goes up on an inhale, exhale, reach it over. If you come into a deeper expression of the pose, just make sure you don't start to round your body forward. We want to feel this in the right side of the body. Rather than bending the elbow or reaching towards your foot, extend. Reach the arm up, lengthen. Inhale to come up. Exhale, release. Go to the other side. Left foot comes in, right leg goes out. Turn to face the left. Reach back with your right hand. Take an inhale. Exhale, slide out. Start with your left hand on your lower back. So just go step by step. Even though you know where we're going with this now, step by step, no rush. Roll the shoulder and the elbow back, open the chest. You can stay there, or the elbow can come down. If you like a little more, left arm can go up on the inhale, exhale, reaching. Inhale to come up, exhale, release. Bring your feet in, and then take your legs back out, both legs out. Give yourself a little boost, so one hand comes between your legs, one hand behind you, lift up, so you're sitting a little higher on the pelvis. Take your fingertips back behind you, roll your shoulders back, press into your fingertips, lift your heart, so feel the stretch in the shoulders and the chest, a little bit of a back bend, so you're trying to squeeze the shoulder blades in toward each other. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, slowly come forward. So just as far as you can go. If this is as far as you can go, then that's as far as you go. If you can go a little further, start to come down. Try to keep your back straight, reaching the chest forward. Back up slowly. Use your hands to help guide your legs in. Take your legs out in front, shake them out. And then from here you can come onto your back. Bring your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg along the floor. Hold there. Make sure both feet are active and awake. Pull the right knee a little bit closer. Breathe into the right leg if you can. Good for your digestive system. Left hand comes to the right knee, right arm goes out to the side. Take an inhale. On your exhale, bring your knee across your body toward the left. Make sure that you don't let this left shoulder lift here. So keep the left shoulder down. It doesn't matter how far you go with this right knee. You're not trying to get your knee to the floor. You can turn your head the opposite direction if that feels okay for your neck. Coming back up, bring your right knee to your chest. Take your right foot to the mat, bring your left knee in. Extend your right leg along the floor and stay for a moment there. Hug your knee in close to your chest. So yoga is not just about your physical body. Always keep that in mind. We're getting the internal systems of the body. So you are getting a nice stretch into the hip flexors on the left side here. You're stretching the leg. You're also getting a little bit into the back. But this is also about the digestive system. So left hand goes out to the side, right hand to the left leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your knee over toward the right. Option to turn your head to the left if you like. to center. Bring your left knee to your chest. Take your left foot to the mat. Bring your right foot to the mat. Take the soles of your feet together and drop your knees open to the sides. Open your arms out. And you can keep them there or bend your elbows and come into cactus arms, so the backs of the hands on the floor. This really helps to open up the chest. So you can breathe here. Close your eyes. Relax. And feel your breath. So cactus arms in reclining bound angle is a great way to notice the breath, to breathe deeply. Lots of space here for the heart and the lungs. As you're holding, notice the stretch in your hips, but also feel your breath. When we hold poses, we always have the opportunity to breathe, to notice, to feel the breath. Every exhale, you can imagine letting go of a little more tension in the physical body and also in the mind. So anything that you don't need right here, right now, let it go. Bring your hands to the outsides of your legs and just give your legs a little bit of help. Guide them back in. Bring your knees in together. Bring your feet, so the insides of the feet are touching, feet are on the mat, insides of your legs are touching, arms go open to the sides. Take an inhale, exhale, take both knees left, so low twist, nice for the lower back. Inhale, bring your legs to center, exhale to the right. Coming to center, take your knees into your chest, hug your knees, hands on the knees, knees together, circle clockwise. Counterclockwise, just a way to relax the lower back. And then just hold, bring your knees into your chest. This can be a really nice stretch for the lower back. Inhale here. On your exhale, curl up, bring your nose up to your knees. Come back down to your mat, feet to the mat. Make your way into Shavasana, so whatever position is comfortable for you. Generally it's corpse pose, so the legs are at least hip distance apart, feet are dropping open to the sides, arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms turned up. So the anatomical position, we can relax in this position and allow our tissues to cool in an anatomical position. If it's not comfortable, be sure to change the position. Make sure that you find a position that's comfortable. Bend the knees if you need to. Some people like to roll onto their side, especially if you find that when you're on your back you start to cough a little bit. That can happen. Rolling onto your side can be helpful. So find a position that's comfortable. Close your eyes. Relax. Settle into your breath. Notice the movement of your body as you're breathing, how it rises as you inhale and falls as you exhale. Follow that rising and falling motion, that rhythmic motion like the ocean waves. As you inhale, think rising. As you exhale, think falling. Just allow that movement to take you a little deeper into this very important final relaxation. bring your awareness back to your body, back to your breath. Allow your breath to deepen and lengthen. And then wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring a little movement back into your body. If it feels good to stretch, take the arms overhead. Stretch, lengthen the entire body. And roll over onto your right side. Bring your knees up towards your chest and stay for a moment there, tucking in, chin toward the chest. Bring your knees up as close as you can, round your back. And use your hands to help yourself back up to seated. Sitting up tall, eyes closed. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let your thumbs rest on your sternum. Feel your breath. Notice how you feel after yoga practice. Yoga is always a good idea. Even if you don't really feel like practicing yoga, just practice yoga. You'll feel better once you're finished. Thank you for joining me here today.